So I just finished watching The Joker here at the Grove in Los Angeles, and wow, what a powerful film, just like I thought. All the reporting from the media, I think, is blown out of proportion. I think it's a study in what happens when somebody is rejected from society, and essentially it's someone with mental health illness. And I think Todd Phillips handled it, in a very poetic way. I think people are taking it literally to what the Joker's actions are in the movie and the, what would you call it, the fan base that he's building because of his actions. So I think it's just a metaphor of what's going on in today's society, especially with the whole topic about mental illness. I don't think they're making Arthur Fleck a hero. I don't think that was Todd Phillips' purpose in making this film. I think it's a study of, what happens when people feel like they're not being taken care of. Joaquin Phoenix's performance is spectacular. There's no doubt he might get an Oscar nom for this, although all this controversy might put off voters in voting for such a controversial character. But hopefully that won't get in the way. But this is Hollywood, so we never know. What also was surprising, I thought I had read that this wasn't connected to the DC world at all, and they're so wrong. There was some stuff in there where I was like, what? I can't believe it. And they worked it in there. I'm not going to say what because I want everybody to experience it, kind of like what I experienced when these events and names happened. So it did tie back into the DC universe of everything we know about the Joker and let's just say some of the events around his future self. And I'm not sure if they're going to work that into any future DC movies. Probably not. It's been done. I mean, we've seen the Batman movies over the years, and this is the third version of a Joker that we've seen. So I think the only thing that was left was an Origins. And what an Origins film we've got. Now, people who are saying that this movie is dangerous, I mean, for decades we've been hearing music is the devil's music and it's going to lead people to kill. If you play it backwards, there's messages about killings and evil stuff. That's just ridiculous. TV shows, books, video games. Video games, depends. If you grow up playing these violent games, you sort of become desensitized with violence. But I think when you're watching a movie, especially with this movie, the Joker is a villain. I don't think they ever try to say this guy is a hero. It's just basically a study of mental illness and what goes behind someone who will be violent in the future. So I think this is a good origins in explaining how we got to know about the Joker in the future. And if you watch TV shows on Netflix like Mindhunter, you'll see how these serial killers all have something in common as far as some tragic event as a child, or they all are linked back to a single mom or some issues with a mom. So yes, definitely I think the media is blowing it out of proportion. I think if you go in to see the movie, you'll see that the Joker is not being hailed as a hero. It's more of a character study. And that's what I really liked about this Joker origin story, is that you delve deep into how the Joker came to be, because he is a very violent criminal. And here we see the progression, how he got to that point in the future movies that we see. So I think he did a good job. As a standalone film, it's very deep, very, very deep. And I think it adds to the conversations about why people do certain things, especially violent actions. It's because of something in their background, or, I'm not going to get into that. That's so complicated. But being evil is not so simple. There's a lot to it, and I think Todd Phillips explores that here. Not that he wants to sympathize, make him a sympathetic character, but in essence that everyone starts out good, but events or people and mental illness certainly have an effect on people and their future. So you don't think evil is just born, it's made. And this is what Joker is all about. It's a character study of how he came to be. So I say go in with an open mind, check it out. Everyone's gonna have a different interpretation. I was just talking to somebody and they said this is a dangerous flick as far as what it's saying, but I don't think it's saying anything. I think it's just a character study. So there you go. So check it out and let us know what you thought in the comments below.